Hi, it's Craig, WJ6F. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the EmComm Deluxe antenna from Alpha Antenna, and we'll get to it right after this. The items you get in the box, you get the vertical element, 25-foot NVIS element, 8-foot ground wire, the auto match, as well as a tripod. At the time of recording this video, this antenna is currently going for $519 on the Alpha Antenna website. And it shows again the items you get, and they say that this antenna will contact between 6 and 80 meters. Say it's tuner free with a new HD tripod. They do offer free shipping if you're within the US. There are a few accessories you can get for it. You can get some coax, different mast, guying kit. You can get their jaw, and I've used this jaw before, and it's very handy. They also have this piece here that you can use with a ground spike, and this way you don't need the tripod. You can just use that, although it does work better being at about 5.5 feet. Here's some of the specifications for it. And again, they're saying that you get the 7-section mill stick elements, which they say is 9'4", the auto match, the NVIS element wire, the ground counterpoise with spike, and new telescopic heavy-duty tripod. And it is pretty industrial. And they have a video on it if you want to take a look at that, as well as some showing how well it works. Now, if you don't want to spend $519, you can get it without the tripod for $119 less. Comes with everything the same, the 9.5-foot mast, the 25-foot NVIS wire, and the 8-foot ground wire, as well as the auto match. Then they show the tripod that you can order extra at a later time if you decide for $119. Then they go into more detail about what's included and the specifications in the same video. Okay, the specifications on this. The antenna type, OCF standing L dipole. The bands it covers, 6, 10, 12, 15, 17, 20, 30, 40, 60, and 80 meters. Power rating, 250 watts on sideband, 125 watts CW, 25 watts for digital modes. And they have a little blurb on here on some of the digital stuff. The weight, 212 ounces. IP rating, IP53, which protects against dust, limited ingress, no harmful deposits, protected against direct sprays of water up to 60 degrees from the vertical. And it will operate in temperatures -15 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit and winds up to 50 miles an hour, but make sure you guy it if you got any kind of wind. And then down here it shows you what all it comes with. Now the instructions for this is very simple. They talk about the difference between DX and NVIS. To make it somewhat more simple, we'll go to the wizards of Wikipedia. Near vertical incidence skywave NVIS, as they say, is a skywave radio wave propagation path that provides usable signals in the medium distance range, usually from 0 to 650 kilometers or 0 to 400 miles. It is used for military, paramilitary communications, broadcasting, especially in the tropics, and by radio amateurs for nearby contacts circumventing line-of-sight barriers. So for me, this would be a great way to contact people in Las Vegas, all the way up to San Luis Obispo, and pretty much all the way down to Phoenix, Arizona. And depending on which one you get, they show how you can set it up, and it'll tell you if you're getting a basic directional DX and some NVIS on 6 to 80 meters. This one uses more the ground spike and no tripod. Then on number 2, again, it's some NVIS with a deluxe for directional, and this includes the tripod. Gets you about 5.5 feet in the air. Total height of the antenna will be 15.5 feet. And then as you start adding more things, like you can add the NVIS wires, which is 4 35-foot wires, along with using the 8-foot ground cable. Then you get an enhanced omnidirectional DX and NVIS on 10 to 160 meters. Then the fourth one here, you're optimizing your NVIS and some DX. Now you've gone the other way. And again, it shows using the 35-foot wires as well as the 8-foot ground, the tripod. And no, this time you won't have the vertical mast on there. The auto match container is made by 3D printing. They've done a very nice job with it. It feels very sturdy, very solid. It's not falling apart. There's no loose parts to it. On the top here is where you'll mount the antenna mast. This bolt here you can use for mounting the ground wire, the 8-foot wire. On the side here, this is for your coax. And on the bottom is where you'll mount it to the tripod. You'll also use the NVIS wires up here with the mast. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up and I'm going to see if we can't make some contacts. Now as a warning, I live in kind of a horseshoe house and it's going to be surrounded by stucco. So we're going to hope for the best and see if we can't get through this chicken wire and make a contact somewhere. Okay, we've got the antenna all set up. Let's see if we can't make a couple contacts. Okay, we'll see how it's receiving.
Yeah, absolutely. And weight-wise, are they bulky or are they really pretty svelte in terms of the size of them?
40 meters is sounding really good. Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot.
Juliet 6 Oscar?
Negative. Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot. For
Oh, Foxtrot. Okay, it sounds like Oscar every time you said it.
I'm down here in Orange County, about 10 miles south of Disneyland, trying out a new antenna from Alpha Antenna. Wanted to see if I'm getting out. Sounds like you all are pretty close by. Operator east of San Diego. Is it possible to get your call sign?
Whiskey 6 Alpha Delta.
Copy Whiskey 6 Alpha Delta. I really appreciate it. It's Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot, Orange County, 10 miles south of Disneyland. You all have a good one. Thanks for coming back.
Okay, yeah, that time you hit F5.
Well, we saw the NVIS. Definitely worked really well because San Diego, from me, isn't but about 60 miles or so. Yeah, Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot. I say again, Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot.
Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot. I've got you at about 41, 42 into Richland, Washington. Is this Craig in California? Over.
QSL, you are 5 and 9. You are coming in loud and proud down here 10 miles south of Disneyland.
Roger, Craig. Yeah, I can just barely pick you out of the noise. Just barely can pick you out of the noise. I wish I could give you as good a signal report as you're giving me, but I am able to copy you. I do have you in my logbook at Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot, and I do appreciate you coming back to me, Craig. Definitely. Hopefully the conditions will be better next time so that we can have a conversation. Over.
All right, appreciate it. You have a good one. Good luck.
At that time, you came through a lot stronger. You came through a lot stronger that time, Craig.
Have a good one. Whiskey Juliet 6 Foxtrot clear.
Victor, come back again.
Okay, well, we've made contacts using the NVIS portion, going about 70 miles away into East San Diego, and then we just got somebody up in Richland, Washington. All in all, I do like this antenna. I think it'll work much better once I get it away from where I live. So far, it seems extremely sturdy. All the parts seem to be well crafted. It is extremely easy to set up and use. Doesn't take but a couple of minutes to do. And there are additional add-ons you can get, and one of the ones I'm looking at getting is the NVIS kit, which includes 4 35-foot wires. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. If you'd like to help support the channel, there is a Patreon link in the description area. And while you're here, why don't you check out one of these other videos? And again, thanks for watching.